Ladies and gentlemen, we're with Mr. Mike Chapman from the International Wrestling Institute and Museum in Newton, Iowa. And Mike, what a pleasure it is to have you here at the 50th Annual Tulsa Nationals. I know this is your first trip to Tulsa for the Nationals, and you look out there and you see more than 2,000 wrestlers and a lot of moms and dads. What do you think something like this does for a sport that I know means so much to you and to me as well?
Well, you know, all sports are about the grassroots, and you have to get people involved at the absolute youngest level, and then you get moms and dads, and you get the siblings involved. I've heard about the Tulsa Nationals for many, many years. Our institute has had a booth here for many years, but my schedule's never allowed me to come before, and everybody keeps saying to me, including my wife, you've just got to get down there and see it. And I've been to 35 NCAA championships and a couple Olympics, and this is where it starts. It starts at tournaments like this. I think Jack Roller is one of the sport's greatest ambassadors, and when you walk around here and you see the energy and the enthusiasm, and then you see the Olympic champions walking around, which provides wonderful role models and inspiration, this is a marvelous facility. And I'll tell you, I was on the way coming over here, I ran into a young man in the elevator at the hotel, and he called it the Super Bowl of wrestling, and I like that.
Absolutely. Mike, you know that one of our goals and our mission statement at World of Wrestling is to promote America's youth and to make champions both on and off the mat. And what is your reaction to that type of a goal as it relates to something like the Tulsa Nationals?
Well, I've watched some NFL games in the last couple of weeks. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to the NFL since Barry Sanders left, because I thought Barry Sanders was one of the classic examples of an athlete. Every time he'd score a touchdown, he'd never showboat. He'd hand the ball to the official. And I love that kind of representation of sports in America and youth, and that's what Jack Roller's all about. I just read a beautiful article he wrote on his father in the program, and you can see that it comes from Jack's heart. And that carries all the way through the entire organization. And it's just absolutely, in this day of culture where you see the great cultural divide and shift going on in America, I don't think there's anything more important than to bring young people together in this kind of environment. I think this is the single most important thing we can do to ensure that the America that you and I grew up with and that we all value continues to flourish.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Mr. Mike Chapman, the Executive Director of the International Wrestling Institute and Museum in Newton, Iowa. Mike, I can't thank you enough. It's a pleasure visiting here with you. You and I have been to far too many NCAA Division I tournaments, and hopefully we'll go to a lot more and see you around the campus, so to speak. But thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. And for 17 years, we've been running a memorabilia show between sessions of the NCAA tournament, and Jack's been a big supporter of that, and I've seen you there too, Al, and we'll continue to have a great time around wrestling.
Thanks, Mike.
You bet. Thank you.